Twisted Fate, we've kept up the 100% pick ban rate.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be that way forever.
And there's Jace as well. Also, with a currently at 100% pick ban rate.
The Fiddle ban against Mondu.
Summer. Yeah. And there we go, Fiddle 6. No Fiddle for Mondu this time around.
Yep. So, first pick over to LGIM. We'll see what they go with. Thresh for Buing. I think that's a good idea. Buing had some good plays last game on Thresh, and he's a big part of their team. Big part of why their team is successful. 2 picks over to SK Telecom.
Nunu is still available.
Yeah, that's right. As is LeBlanc Monte Cristo.
Well, typically SK Telecom will last pick for Faker. That's generally how their pick ban phase goes. So I don't expect it to see it right now.
And there's a Nunu for Bengi. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Can LGIM handle this?
It's just a great idea to last pick for Faker too, because he doesn't need a comfort pick. His champion pool is so deep that they can just go for that late counter pick.
It's more like a champion sea or a champion ocean really than a champion pool.
Too true, too true.
Yeah. And the Zed pickup. Oh, Wukong. Huh. That would be interesting. We have not seen a jungle Cho'Gath in quite some time too, but may not be totally jungle if they lock it in. We'll see.
It'll probably be a jungle pick. It does make its round still in the professional scene, but
every once
switching
in a while
over to Quinn.
Ooh, yeah. I would love to see Quinn, but yeah. All right. Jarvan on Lilac, no shock there, and Skarlak going with Varus again, it looks like.
Yeah, Lilac gets his Jarvan this game because it doesn't get banned by SK Telecom. Yeah. They must feel pretty confident.
I would love to see a Faker Zillion. That would be pretty hilarious. I would also love to see a Mondu Blitzcrank. Oh yes, please make this happen. Why do they play games with my heart? Quit playing games with my heart, SK Telecom. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna wait. Just wait and see.
It would be interesting to see a Zed this early when they don't know what the mid lane pick is.
We've seen a Mondu jungle Heimerdinger before, haven't we?
Yes.
Yes. Not in this tournament, but
in NLB.
They may just go with the safe picks, though. Nami loaded in.
Zed.
There's Zed. All right.
So more roaming assassins right now. Really, these roaming assassins form the core of the current preferred metagame style in Korea because it allows you to put split push pressure down, and split push is just so dominant as a strategy at the current time.
Yeah.
So we have the same core that we had last game of Caitlyn, Nunu, and Nami, and Zed able to wave clear early better than Kassadin. So it will be an Orianna pick for that mid lane, and Kuro known for these long-range mages like Gragas and Orianna. He plays kind of a backward, like a far back support style middle lane.
Right. Well, there's a Zac. All right. See if that gets picked up.
They wouldn't be able to try push lanes like this, but they can dive turrets better. So that's the trade-off with this composition as opposed to the last one. Zac gives you the power, if you assassinate someone in a different lane, to have the assassin return and then immediately 5v4 dive the turret, which is really powerful, actually.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Yeah, top Zac. And there's our lineup for game number 2. Faker on Zed sounds pretty scary to me. I mean, well, really, Faker on anybody sounds pretty scary to me.
Yeah. I mean, again, LGIM isn't running the highest damage composition. They are opting instead for a lot of AoE CC.
It could be like, Faker's going to play Scion this game, and I'll be like, that sounds scary, man. I don't care what it is. In the top lane, Impact playing Zac versus Sylph playing Renekton.
That's not actually, oh, that is correct, sorry. Excuse me.
Quit playing games with my heart, Monte Cristo. No follow-up. And down in the jungle, Bengi on Nunu versus Lilac on Jarvan. The Lyravin, as they call it in Korea.
Certainly his best champion. Some would say his only champion.
Yeah, I guess so. Faker on Zed versus Kuro playing Orianna this time around. And we'll see if Kuro can have a little bit better game. I mean, LGIM, I feel like they were close to being very competitive last game, but just slipped up a little bit. AD carry will be Piglet on Caitlyn once again versus Scarlet on Varus once again. And finally at support we have Mondu playing Nami versus Buing on Thresh. So identical bot lanes to game 1. And here we go, guys. LGIM trying to tie it up against a strong SK Telecom team. The game is loading. Let's get in the game. Guys, it's time. Let's go Champions Group C, Set 2, LGIM number 2 versus SK Telecom Team 1.
That's right. And why don't you tell our gentle viewers about LGIM's team naming contest that they're having right now?
Well, providing there isn't any sort of crazy action early in the game, we talked to LGIM Coach Kong before the matches. Oh, hold on a second. Lilac getting poked a bit by Piglet. Leaves a parting gift of a flag. Hey, it's us in the dark. All right, we're back in the game now. So, yeah, we talked with Coach Kong. He wants you guys to name LGIM Team 1 and Team 2. He realizes that 1 and 2 aren't good names. He wants real names, so you can do that.
His players want real names, too.
His players want real names, too, yeah. Oh, Aqua Prism onto Scarlet. They're going to be able to put a lot of damage onto that. Wow. Oh, even hitting him with the Peacemaker. Really nice from Piglet. But continuing on, yeah, if you go and you tweet, never mind, just forget everything. There's more action. They're making it hard for me, Monte Cristo.
I know.
They're making it very difficult.
But they're making it exciting for the fans.
All right, so basically, tweet at LGIM and leave a message on their Facebook as well. Either one is fine. Their Twitter is at
Team IM
underscore on Twitter. And on Facebook, it's IM Team. And leave a message saying what you think their team name should be. And if Piglet doesn't die, I'll tell you about what that means. And it looks like Piglet is going to get played, actually. Has to cleanse. And he's still running. He's still taking damage. Oh, he gets to the tower just in time. So
that's finally one of those situations where you wish you had taken perhaps that ignite on viewing, but he didn't drop his exhaust. So. Anyway.
All right, so the reason why you want to do this, not only is it's really awesome to name 2 professional League of Legends teams, but if you are the person whose names they choose, LGIM will send you a team uniform. They'll actually send you an incredible miracle uniform so you can wear the uniform and watch the teams that you named. How cool is that, man?
That is so badass.
What a crazy opportunity for a fan out there. So definitely do that. I know it took me like 10 minutes to get through that, but I had to because it's just so cool. We've gotten a lot of good submissions already, but definitely do that. All right, Bengi running into Sylph here, getting stunned immediately. That command protect keeping Sylph a little bit safer. But how much? Impact coming in with the knockup here. Bengi loads up another snowball. Lilac comes in with the double knockup. Oh, it could be bad for SK Telecom. They get a kill, first blood. Going to Kuro. Impact gonna try to get over the wall. Has to use that flash. Can't slingshot in time.
Yeah, the problem is he just gave up double buffs to Kuro. Kuro read, LJM2 read that situation really well, knowing that there was going to be that play on the buff from Nunu and then cutting him off expertly.
Well, LGIM is dangerous. You cannot underestimate them.
Especially Korra and Orianna. This guy has proven time and time again what a talented Ori player he is.
Yeah.
And they collapsed beautifully right there to take that out. And that's going to cause Faker just a ton of problems. Faker actually opting for a Doran shield start this time. So I guess he's confident that he can dodge the ball, but he's more concerned about getting auto attacks and having that health regen.
Yep.
Bit of an interesting predicament.
Well, oh, Scarlet in a little bit of trouble. The snowball slows him down. Nice play from Buing, knocking Bengi back, but isn't enough. The exhaust will help a bit. Mondu gets the Aqua Prison onto Scarlet. Scarlet in trouble. He tries to cleanse. There's another exhaust, and he goes down. Wow, Nunu OP. All right, maybe after that I'll believe you. All right.
Yeah, this is why we see Nunu banned so often. He's just incredibly good at controlling the jungle. He has a movement speed buff. The Ice Blast, such a solid ability for slowing and getting kills in lane. And also, with the attack speed slow as well, it prevents counter ganks or counterplay very nicely. Just a very strong overall champion at the moment.
Now, Heimerdinger throws wrenches, right? This is auto attack?
Yes.
All right, so if Faker is played against Heimerdinger, he should be okay against Kuro, because if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, right?
That's right.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. That's how the old adage goes, I believe. It should be okay.
That's hilarious. We just need a pirate skin for Faker now.
Oh, we do. We need a dodgeball skin for Oriana. Another great skin idea for Doa and Monte Cristo. Yeah. Why is there no dodgeball skin for Oriana?
So many possibilities.
Seriously. I have a BA in studio art. I can draw the concept for that if they need me to. No worries.
He's got your back, Ryan.
I know they're really busy. I can find some time. I can make a quick sketch.
This is a really odd build for Faker. Going back and picking up that Doran's Blade. So getting even more HP, but investing in these early game items. I wonder if he's planning on roaming heavily here. And, yep, well, he's just left lane. They've got that Vision Ward already prepped in top. And ganking against Izak is nearly a guaranteed kill as well, just because the amount of CC he brings to the table. Sylph going to go ahead and hide in the brush. And Faker
he's heading back down.
Makes a U-turn back into his lane.
Yep. Ninja turn.
Doesn't quite have that level 6 though.
Faker coming in behind Kuro, trying to do a little bit of damage. Hits him with the double Q. Not bad. You know, one thing I've been thinking about with this Faker Zed is at what point are they going to want to start giving him the blue buff too? Because we've seen a lot of players get around those Zed nerfs because of that. Oh, a little bit of action in the bot lane. Piglet taking some hits. A lot of hits actually. Piglet very low health right now. But what do you think? I mean, because at some point they'll probably want to give Zed that blue. Never mind. Impact coming in, but he's already pretty low health. Self trying to get away. They pop the passive for Zed. Sylph using that ultimate to do damage. They're trying to clean him up. Looks like they will get that kill.
And of course,
escaping.
Oh, Piglet nearly dying again right there. Dodges the piercing arrow. And they're going on to Viewing. This is a very close contest at the moment.
Yeah, man. Trying to use that Everflow. Oh, they managed to pick up Bengi again. Aqua Prism onto Scarlet. Can they finish the damage off Viewing? Misses a Death Sentence. Mandu running ahead. You can see he's trying to get time for those auto attacks. Oh, they go down at the same time. And Piglet takes down Viewing. They get the 2 for 1. Man, that was quite a duel, and it's not often that you see bot lanes be able to go up against Piglet and Blue like that.
And here we go, more action in the middle. Lilac gets the ball, and the shockwave on him. Faker trying to get out of there. He popped his death mark. Sylph with the dive, but he just got a dive. Faker using his Ignite to pick up that kill.
Man, he's got like way more living shadows than you should have. I'm pretty sure he's got like an extra W or 2 on his keyboard.
Oh, that guy is so excited by Faker plays.
That's the same way I feel, man. If just the only thing is, if I just like left my mouth open, I wouldn't be able to say anything. I can't do that. I have to keep talking, or I die, Monte Cristo.
You're like the shark of talking.
Well, I'm like the bus from Speed. It's like, for me, talking is like dropping below 50 miles an hour. If I do it, I just like explode. I'm dead.
A wonderful analogy.
And if you look in my brain, it's like Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock just like sitting there driving. So I don't know what that means. Take that as you will, but there you go. I guess it's a little glimpse into the mind of Doa.
It's like being John Malkovich, but with Doa and Keanu Reeves inside Doa's head.
It's like being John Malkovich if like the inside of his head was just all Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure reruns.
All right, we do have a Tiamat start on Renekton. This Tiamat on top laner is getting more and more common these days.
Yeah.
And the Intanso, in particular from NALCS, really liking these builds.
Oh, got to hook into that dragon, but they weren't quite able to take it.
It is difficult to steal.
With Death Sentence, yes.
To steal with Death Sentence and to steal objectives in general from Nunu. Consume and Smite really do a lot.
I've done it with Glitterlance.
From Nunu?
No. Well, I don't know. I can't remember who the noob was I stole Dragon from with Glitterlance.
All right, Lilac coming into the bot lane right now. Looks for that gank. Will get the knockup on Piglet.
And the gonna jump on. Very nice. Oh, great tidal wave, though, from Mandu. He's going to keep them alive.
Mandu also dodging the piercing arrow right there inside of Cataclysm. So the disengage. Beautiful play from Mandu.
Really good. Mandu's the best Nami I've seen yet.
Yeah, well, we can say that ganking Mandu certainly isn't like shooting fish in a barrel.
No way. No. It's like shooting minnows in the ocean. That's the difficulty.
Well, 3 kills already on Piglet is pretty darn scary considering the performance he had last game. And here we go, Bengi trying to put some pressure on. This Renekton is just such a vicious, he's got such good sustain with his Tiamat. He can push down the lane so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And he's managed, just from repeated shoving into turret, to get that wave into the tower. And he's going to be a major split pushing threat in the late game.
And I mean, dare I say, Sylph looks much more comfortable this game than he did last game on LeBlanc. Night and day difference here.
Well, Sylph is known really for playing these bruiser carries, or these bruiser style top laners. So the LeBlanc pick was kind of out of left field for this guy.
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
He has the reputation as being one of the best Riven players in Korea.
Well, here he comes again, continuing to pressure that tower. And, oh, he's actually going to go in on impact here, it looks like. Maybe slicing and dicing his way out again. A little bit of damage put on him. Now, is Impact's passive up? I feel like, okay, it is up. We've got him selected right now, I just noticed. So he does have that available, I believe. It doesn't look like it's darker, you know?
It's kind of hard to tell on our monitors,
it
guys,
is.
Sorry.
I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but I think it's up. We may find out here. Let's see. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. So our monitors lied, and Sylph gets that kill. Very nicely done.
Supremely good dive right there.
Yeah.
And at this point, Sylph, you know, with the Ravenous Hydra and then moving into a very tanky build,
wow.
The intent here is that they really need to counteract any kind of split pushing threat coming out of SK Telecom, and a very tanky Ravenous Hydra Renekton will be exactly what the Doctor ordered to deal with Faker.
Yeah.
And keep the map pressure on. So with the kills that they managed to get on Sylph early too, he's going to have a big item advantage on Faker as well.
Oh, another double Aqua Prison. How does he do this, man? Easily, I'm going to say it again, easily the best Nami I've ever seen.
Yeah, very good player for sure. And here we go, another attempted gank coming in from Lilac, but he walks into a trap.
Nice trap.
And
he would have gotten Aqua Prisoned anyway. Descendant Cell onto Piglet, but the tidal wave immediately down. Here comes Bengi from the river. Scarlet has to flash away. They get the exhaust. Oh, there's the absolute zero. Scarlet gets out. Bengi gets trapped in the Cataclysm. Faker comes down to try to secure the kill. After getting one, he gets two. Piglet picking up the killing blow, but Faker helping quite a bit. The bot lane turret is in danger as well.
I didn't think that we would be seeing such a dramatic improvement in team play from SK Telecom from last season to this one. This is very impressive.
A flash Aqua Prison, because why not? Evan Flow doing a little bit of damage. That was a little bit flashy, but
it's okay.
No pun intended,
they want to get some damage on this turret if they can. They're not going to be able to get it. Everybody coming up at the moment. But it's going to be really difficult, even with Sylph getting a pretty big lead up in top lane.
Check out that replay.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is incredible.
So Death Sentence coming in, cleansing it off, and then look at this, just blowing him up. The tidal wave straight into the Aqua Prison on Scarlet. He literally had no time to respond to that.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up here with the Death Mark combined with the ace in the hole, absolutely destroying Lilac.
Well, Bengi died in mid lane, but not a lot else to report at that point. Faker trying to go in on Kuro. Ignite goes down on Faker. Lilac comes in, doesn't get the knockup. Faker did use his flash there, so can he get away? Waiting for that Living Shadow over the wall. There it is. And a Q as a parting gift as he moves back into mid lane. So, I mean, yeah, what was like Mandu's Nami play has gone from being amazing to inspirational, because he saw that Death Sentence was going to connect with Piglet, responded instantly with that tidal wave, and set up just a great kill, a great set of kills. Inspirational.
This bot lane has just enormous synergy right now. It's very impressive to see. They're making their name certainly as one of the top bot lane duos here in Korea.
Yeah, I mean, you see other duos where it's like, you know, Imp is the star and there's not a lot of, well, actually, let's talk about this yourself and Impact dueling it out. But yeah, you see bot lane duos where one of them is kind of the star, you know? Where like Imp is the star or Mad Life is the star of the duo.
Well,
but with
I think
this bot lane,
Mata is
and
extremely good.
Not to take anything away from Mata, of course, but, and now we're going to watch Nunu die. There he goes, goodbye. But I mean, I feel like the synergy we're seeing from Piglet and Mandu right now is the best we've seen in recent memory.
I think Imp and Mata give them a run for their money, but this is certainly impressive. And
maybe I'm just in love with Mandu too much.
Mandu is your style of bloodthirsty support.
He totally is, though. Yeah. All right, support bias, but that's okay because like 1/5 of our viewers are going to be. Who am I kidding? It's more like 1/100 of our viewers. Nobody plays support. Well, they agree with me anyway. I know there's some bloodthirsty supports out there. Oh, nice! Almost steal, but can't quite get it from Bengi.
That was such a cute little move with Jarvan and Thresh right there for that steal attempt, but total setup. And Judgment Day, too. They've got a lot of, I'm still calling him Judgment Day, sorry. SK Telecom has a lot to prove this season. They had a rough road against Ozone, and recently, again, they lost in, actually both of these teams, LGIM2 and SK Telecom, both lost to MVP Ozone in the AMD Invent Game Experience tournament.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Which the MVP Ozone won that tournament as well.
Wow.
So
well, they're the best team in Korea right now. No doubt about it.
But they're still, SK Telecom still finding themselves a bit behind MVP Ozone. I feel like there's a really good rivalry between those two teams developing.
Yeah.
At the moment, there are a lot of there's a lot of similarities, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got these very mechanically adept mid laners in Dade and Faker. We have aggressive junglers on both teams in Dandy and Bengi. We have top laners that prefer to play high CC champions, and Impact, and we have bot lane duos with a ton of synergy.
Yeah. Oh, Deathmark goes down on Kuro. He's going to try to get it. Nope, just forcing him out of lane for now. A little bit of damage done. Getting him to about half health, but no big worry there. And I mean, the thing is now Faker can start to roam a little bit too, so Deathmark has a short enough cooldown that you can use it like that pretty frequently.
Especially when you got that blue buff.
Yeah, exactly. Nope.
So a pretty narrow gold difference right now, all things considered.
Yeah, the game really could go either way. Because we've seen some good plays from both teams.
Yeah, top lane has been really going in LGIM2's favor, whereas this bot lane has been going in SK Telecom's favor. And so the question, it really is probably going to become like a game of chicken here because we're going to have the fast push coming out of SK Telecom, but a split push advantage to LGIM.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of going to be who has nerves of steel in terms of holding turrets and waiting for someone to recall in order to respond. It should be quite interesting here as we move into the mid game.
I feel like the team that wins champions should be known as the Nerds of Steel.
Nerds of Steel.
That's right. They get that. They get that title until the next season's champions come around.
All right. So Piglet has a 17-minute IE right now, and that'll leave SK Telecom in a position where they're going to be gunning to push and gunning to fight.
Yeah. Self coming in on to Impact here. Impact taking a little bit of damage.
And this is just an annoying split pushing Renekton. Sunfire came and Tiamat.
Yeah.
But here we go. The fast push has begun and the split push has begun. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen in this situation. They're breaking Piglet off, however, and it's going to take some very smart and cautious play from Sylph in order to keep the split push up and not go down.
Well, Mandu, nice Aqua Prison on the Kuro. Is he going to use that tidal wave? We'll see. There it is coming in now as Lilac tries to engage. Absolute zero. Bengi gets knocked out of it a little bit. Lilac coming back with the Lantern. They get the turret. No kills, but they stayed alive. Nice maneuver by LGIM.
And the fact that they're reversing the pressure on the fast push combo right now is great.
So important, yes.
It is great.
Faker gets another turret. Mandu in trouble here. Can he get out? Exhaust out onto Sylph. It's going to be a kill for Piglet. Here comes Impact. They're going to try to save Mandu. Mandu finally flashes out. Impact dueling, and there's a kill for Sylph.
What a great dark passage. Not quite enough to save Sylph, and Viewing going to pay for it as well.
Yep.
And they're on the hunt for Scarlet right now, and here comes Faker. Oh boy.
Is he going to try to execute? Yeah, he's going to try to do it, but it's not going to work. A kill for Impact. Man, and I really feel like that was another very close situation, too. It ended up being good for SK Telecom in terms of kills in the end, but LGIM just kind of bull rushed their way through that mid lane turret.
Yeah, they have to reverse that pressure right now.
Yeah.
Very, very important for them to do.
Right.
But SK Telecom has a very dangerous composition, but I feel like the compositions are more balanced this time around, whereas last game, IM2, I think, had a pretty large compositional disadvantage heading into the late game.
Oh, absolutely. Let's look at the replay for that fight.
Sylph really just diving way too far in right there. That was the problem, is that they basically went from, LGIM2 went from one dive straight into another dive, and with how fed Piglet is and the threat of Zed as well, even though he wasn't even in this fight, it's just too much. They can't play that aggressively.
Viewing had a nice box at the entrance of the jungle, too. It really held out Bengi and Piglet for quite a while. It didn't end up changing anything in the long run, but it's a good little play.
All right, a recall from Sylph right now. Impact shoving him out of lane a little bit, getting that Sunfire himself.
Oh, Viewing has to flash over that wall. And Scarlet having to use his Chains of Corruption there as well. A costly disengage.
Yeah, they have time, though. They have time.
Yeah. The Zed chunks in the skin look pretty creepy. They're like little spikes, red tendrils and things. Very Cthulhu-esque. First kind of not so great tidal wave we've seen yet. It did slow up Viewing just a little bit. Can they get the kill? Lilac coming over the wall here. Absolute Zero trapping a couple members. Not getting a lot with that. Sylph comes over the wall, going after Faker.
This is very dangerous for Sylph.
Yeah, exactly. Impact, loading up that slingshot, but deciding to turn around the last one. Sylph has to pop Dominus. Bandu still there, waiting for a chance to get those Aqua Prisons, and now they're going to be able to pressure this mid turret really quickly. Yeah, that turret's took a lot of damage, about half dead there.
Sylph's got to be more careful. This is the second fight where he's gone a little over-aggressive. His teammates dove that first turret, took it down, and were sieging the second. And then Sylph kind of came in and like dove in between second and third turrets in mid lane, taking a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I mean,
when his teammates have no follow-up. So the team fighting attempts here have been a little too staggered from LGIM at the moment. And that leaves them with a 6K gold deficit here in 22 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw SK Telecom use the fact that they did a lot of damage to LGIM to take another very easy dragon and extend that lead a little bit.
Yeah, they really do have to be more careful with their engages, and more importantly, Sylph's follow-up right now. Look at all of the wards that Mandu has managed to place inside of the jungle of LGIM. This is very critical for this core fast push. And they've got just a ridiculous amount of information right now.
Yeah. Faker's still farming. Look at that, 22 minutes in, and he has 233 CS. Huge amounts of farm, ending 2-0-1. Man.
Mandu trying to clear wards right now. It's Ward Wars.
Mandu, a little bit of an error there. Has to use the tidal wave to try to disengage, but it doesn't end up working. Yeah, I don't even know if the tidal wave was a great idea there. He would have been able to escape either way.
And Kuro getting into a tussle with Faker, but does manage to come out alive thanks to that Zhonya's on the death mark.
It's really not often that you see the CS like in multiples of 10 be higher than the minute mark, especially like 24 minutes.
Oh yeah, to have 245 on Faker right now is absolutely ridiculous.
That's some pretty epic level CSing right there.
I mean, Sylph doing a great job too, and he has 4 kills to top it off.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, Faker coming back into lane right now, but Kuro doing a good job of defending this. Kuro also has Shockwave up, so Faker's not going to be able to do a lot here, more than likely.
Yeah. Well, he's going to try, though, I guess. No, just trying to push him out a bit. Viewing is there. Faker getting played back. Oh, the immediate box and this. Oh, exhaust. Faker a little bit overzealous. Oh, he can't dodge the Chains of Corruption.
Yeah, but that's actually just fine for SK Telecom because it took 3 people to do that.
Yeah.
And now Blood Boil Caitlyn is just going to be able to kill turrets all day, right? So
Always looking on the bright side.
I mean, that's what you do with split push, right?
Yeah, it's true. Lilac getting up in the face of SK Telecom. Shockwave hits Mandu.
Dodge on Shockwave right there.
Yeah.
So that's another ult down. Meanwhile, Sylph also split pushing. And this is one of those situations where we talk about the nerves of steel.
Impact going way in. They do get onto Scarlet, though. Scarlet doesn't make it out. Viewing getting a little bit trapped by Impact. There's the absolute zero. Lilac escapes from it, but they don't even need to kill him. They will anyway, and they're going to take a couple turrets. A double kill for Impact in that team fight. SK Telecom starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, no, they may lose an inhibitor here. We'll have to see how far they want to push this. They could also just go Baron, and that's going to be their preference.
Yeah.
They've got good vision control right now. And Faker coming back in to join his teammates. They don't have that Oracle.
Yeah. That was only Faker's first death all game, too, which, you know, is surprising considering how deep he was constantly in the enemy jungle. Really good. This Baron's going to fall very quickly.
Well,
and so there it is.
Well, no, it's easy not to die in split pushing when you have great wards.
Yeah, and you're a great duelist.
And you're a great duelist. That's true, but the wards are really what matters.
Yeah.
And
most important item in the game.
100%.
Most powerful items you can buy are wards, guys.
All right,
Faker getting a bit trapped again here. There's the death mark going down on Viewing to try to just get away. Faker coming back in again. Thinks he can do some more damage. Really holding up this team, but eventually does get taken out.
And that's what happens when you face check brushes when you don't have any wards.
Yeah, it's true. Mandu's like, oh, sorry, here's one. Is it okay now?
It's a posthumous ward for Faker right there. That's the Faker gravestone, the Faker Memorial Ward.
Memory of War, yeah. It says Faker RIP in peace on it. Yep. Faker QQ Memorial. He killed me many times, but we finally caught him when he face-checked a bush. GG.
Okay. And Ward Wars continue. They've got to wait for Faker to come back up. So Faker making them lose a little bit of time on their Baron buff.
Yeah. Oh, Faker. But overall, SK Telecom still very strong. And I mean, really, LGIM, for how far we are into this game, aren't that far behind in gold total. Oh, here comes Impact.
Yeah, but
trying to keep that minion wave pushed up.
Unfortunately for them, LGIM has this big damage issue right now.
Yeah.
And
very true. Here we go. Let's bounce. Tidal wave. Absolutely airballs, but it's okay because they catch a couple people anyway. Cataclysm. Lilac trapping a lot of members, or he's either one trapped. Nice double awkward prism again. And everybody taking way too much damage. It's just like you said, man, the damage just too high for SK Telecom. Viewing throws on the box, but it's not enough. He can't get away. A double kill for Piglet.
And Faker wasn't even there, by the way. He was split pushing. So the problem is really that Orianna is one of the lowest DPS mages in the game, and they have Nunu to deal with Scarlet in terms of attack speed slows.
Yeah.
So it's just really
tough.
It's really tough to deal with this team right now. And here we go, Faker zoning out too. They're trying to corner him. We're not seeing it, but...
Whoa, they do. Death mark down on Lilac. They're going to try to finish off a few members of LGIM. Faker nearly lives, but not quite. They're going to chase him all the way back to the fountain. Varus doesn't quite make it.
The thing is about split pushing Zeds though, is if you have this Caitlyn Nunu combo, you can, as long as you like kill somebody or draw.
Slice and dice on the way in. Piglet, 90 caliber netting away, another good Aqua Prison, but Lilac coming into the back lines, trying to get onto Piglet. Look at Piglet just juking in the back, staying alive, doing that damage. Bengi, such a great tank. What great zoning, and Mandu still full health. Using that E to get some slows. Aqua Prison barely catches Viewing. And they're going to get a kill out of that as well. And SK Telecom just has this game on lockdown.
Yeah, Piglet does more damage than like LGIM's entire team at the
basically.
moment. Look at that, and Piglet has 2,600 gold in the bank as well. Look at the difference between the AD carry. Scarlet 7,900. Piglet,
12.
a 5 1,000 gold up with an 11-0-7 score.
Man. This has worked out pretty well. And man, Mandu's Aqua Prisons have hit like minimum 2 people nearly every time. I've never seen anything
I can't believe
it.
how well he can lead with Aqua Prism too. That is such a difficult skill shot to hit reliably.
It's tough.
I'll just buy a Last Whisper straight out, no problem.
Why not?
And a Negatron Cloak for the very small amount of damage that is being put down. And again here, I mean, there's just no damage. We have Piglet kiting on the outside, manages to dodge the Chain of Corruption spread just barely, but doing a good job of staying in the back well. Impact and Bengi absorb most of the hits, and they're just so tanky at this stage that there's nothing they can do.
I feel like Piglet's positioning in this game has been like imp level.
It's been really good. Yeah, that's for sure. It's a little bit easier on Caitlyn, though, than, say, Vayne.
Oh, yeah.
And by a little bit, I mean...
a lot bit.
A lot of bit.
All right, you got me there.
But yes, his positioning has been immaculate so far. And here we go, the assault is continuing. The lanes are pushing, and the thing is, SK Telecom knows that with their range and zone potential, they don't even have to wait for the creep waves to push in.
Yep.
Because the counter engage is so strong for them as well. Impact can just sit there and let's bounce if anybody decides to engage whatsoever.
Yep.
And Tidal Wave is there too.
Yeah, the threat of Zach coming over the wall is just way too much for LJM to handle right now. They're on the verge of losing their 3rd inhibitor. They're trying to hold on to it.
Yeah, it's very rare to see teams not wait for these super minion waves, but SK Telecom, their team comp just gives them this luxury right now.
Yeah. Impact. Doing a little bit of laughing in the background. I think they're about to go in here. Yeah, Lilac coming in. Nice shockwave. He takes a ton of damage already. Baker gets trapped a bit, but he got a lot done himself. 2 kills already for Zach. And SK Telecom starting to clean up this fight. Bengi dead, but it doesn't matter.
And Piglet, I just want to point out right there, what a great use of Peacemaker in the middle of the fight. He lined it up, and instead of autoing, he used it because he lined himself up with both Kuro and Sylph to use it instead of an auto attack. And there we go.
The Zonia's pose, yep.
That is...